Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And it's another teaser day. Yeah, we got these nice big puffy rain clouds right up overhead here, right above me. But guess what? They're just slowly moving on past. Then over in that direction, we got some more nice big thunder clouds. And there's another thunder and lightning and flash flood watch, all for the east, way east of me. I can see a big dust devil over there. I think you can probably see that right past the electrical pole. Yeah, nice dust devil there. It was a little darker earlier. It's starting to feeder down and go away. But the sun is blocked right now, so my solar's not doing much, but because I've got those amorphous panels on there, I'm still collecting energy. So I'll be fine. Not a big deal. So I did promise today I was going to show you my secret projects that I didn't reveal yesterday in yesterday's episode. And we'll get to that in a minute. Here's a table used to be down there by the door of the cabin, and it's been rained on a few times. That's one of the problems with particle board tables. You see how they get wet and then they expand and fall apart. But the reason I left it here is because I wanted to show you this stuff. Okay, this is called T-edging, plastic T-edging. Okay, and this one looks like 1 1/8 inches. So I do have some more over here. And whenever I see that stuff in the desert where somebody threw a table out or something, I always grab it because it's not cheap. Here's a little one. And this one's about a 5/8. And it's 5/8 by 1/16. And you have a special bit that goes on a router. And let me see if I can get back to that, because I just took it off the router table. I'm getting ready to close everything up out here. I'm going to have to buy a new pad for my RO here. The thing flew apart on me while I was using it. Huh. Go figure. Anyway, this is the bits I'm talking about for putting that T-rail on. And this goes into a router. And then you can cut that groove all the way around the edge of a board. I did have a piece here, but I guess I got rid of it. This humidity is driving my sinuses wild. I've had to, every now and then I have to go grab a tissue and clean out my right nostril. It's just running all the time. It never walks or skips. It just keeps on running. Anyway, remember that plastic T-edging that I showed you, because that's going to come into play here with some of the part of the project that I did. And we're going to move around this side of the van. By the way, I was asked why I'm asking about please send me 1 inch of rain, because I just got a water delivery, and they said, well, I thought you filled up everything on your property. Well, I filled up the main water tank. All the blue barrels around that was 3,400 gallons. And then I took the other 600 gallons out of the 4,000 and went down to the garden house, and I filled up the totes down there. But here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now these 4 have not been cleaned out yet, and I'm going to be doing those pretty soon, because now I've got a fresh load of water. I'm going to be using my pressure washer this time to clean these, but I'm also going to be using a product called Super Clean that the company sent me some of their product to test out, and I want to tell you, stuff works. I mean, it really works. You see this greasy oil sediment that's on the top of this thing? I'll be showing you a test on that and that one. So these 4 still need to be cleaned. Those 4 have been cleaned and are ready to accept water, and they've already had water in them from the rains. But those 2 up there have probably about that much water still in the bottom. That's all full of algae. I've got to drain those off. And if the rains come, as you can see, there's my first flush system. And then my gutter is going across that whole container setup. And that container setup is 40 feet across this way and 30 feet that way. So that's 1,200 square feet times 0.6. And that'll tell you how many gallons of water I can collect in a 1-inch rain. All right, now I have available here 550, that's 1,100 gallons available space to pick up water. And if necessary, if I had overflow on that, I could drain some of it into these totes here and then use that for washing them out. It's going to be wasted water anyway, so I'd rather have it be wasted rainwater, free water, than wasted pay-for water. You know what I mean? So, yeah, rest assured, I've always got a backup plan for everything. Now, these barrels are around the 4 corners. I have 4 of those, one on each corner of the cabin here. And then I have an extra one over there for that first flush system, because that's the biggest part of the cabin roof. And it goes all the way up to just before where you see the turbine. And sometimes that barrel on that corner gets full very quickly. Then I put a short piece of hose on the backwash system on there, on that hose bib hanging down, and I let the water run straight into the next barrel and fill up an extra barrel. And I'll be cleaning out all that stuff over there. But oh my God, look at that. There's a table over there. Oh, huh. Gee, I kind of remember a guy that lives here saying that he was going to put a table there just for eating outside. Well, I got 2 of the chairs here. The other 2 are still inside the cabin. They became shelves. You know how you got a flat surface, something's going to end up on top of it, right? Well, I'm going to be getting those other 2 out of there. And for right now, I'll just keep 2 at the table. And I'll put one right here, or maybe both of them right here against the wall. So if I have people over and we need to get 4 of us around that table, we can. But let me show you what I did on this table. And there's the T-edging that I was talking about. And I had found this piece in the desert, so it didn't cost me anything, and it worked out great for this. Now, this piece of shelving is also a found piece, something that was thrown away, and it was kind of like broken on this end. So I cut this semicircle on this side, and then I ran that router bit around it, and I put this T-edging on there. And I had that little piece of piano hinge, and what I will be doing is, I don't like that ugly black piano hinge there, so I'm going to be putting in some masking around there, and I'm going to paint that white. I've got some nice white metal paint that'll make that look really good. But anyway, what I did here was I designed this so it lifts up, the leg folds under, comes up here, and then I've got this little thing right there that locks it in place. Pretty cool, huh? So it's out of the way. Then I could rotate the 2 chairs out of the way and put them up against there. Yeah, it says Lockheed, Texas. Those are part of the pallets that I got from Don. And still using that wood up. Come in handy. So anyway, pretty nice little setup. Now, I made that little piece. This piece here was a flat piece of metal. It's a metal bracket that comes with the Harbor Freight 100 watt 4-piece solar panel set. They use those to hold the panels together. I never liked them, so I don't use them. I just use a whole 2x4 length, the whole length of the 4 panels, and she screws straight into the 2x4s. But I bent that and made that little unit. And I had an old, an antique cabinet knob. I put a couple of plastic bushings on there so that it doesn't scratch my table, and I can close that down. So what I'm thinking of doing is, the reason I set it up like this, I've got some 37 gallon plastic trash bags, and they will fit perfectly over this table. So I will put, when the rains are coming, I'll put a bag over that, fold this up, lock it down, and then pull the drawstring on the bottom of the bag around the base so that it stays on there nice and tight. And if the winds blow, it doesn't matter. And if it rains, my little particle board table won't get wet. So that was one of the projects I did. The other project I did was, oh, look at the pipe here. I wonder what that is. Well, I'll tell you what that is. That's my ladder for getting in and out of the tote-cuzzi. Now, temporarily, because this wood is not staying here, this is particle board shelving, some more of that stuff I found. But I just set this up so I have these little anchors right there to anchor those down on. And then this actually rests on the bottom, and it also has a piece that goes that way up against the wall, so it doesn't want to move or slide when I'm going up and down it. And it's tested, tried and true. It works perfectly. So I've got my ladder here, and so I know some of you old-time plumbers are going to be saying, oh no, you can't glue ABS and PVC together. Well, that's the way it used to be. But nowadays, there's differences. And the differences are, they now make, by Odie, famous name, all-purpose cement. PVC, CPVC, and ABS. It'll glue them all. So you can use this to glue PVC to ABS. So there you go. And the reason I had to do that was because when I went to the depot, they didn't have any more of the 1.5 L's. So I had to get ABS on it. And that worked out great. Matter of fact, they didn't have any more 1.5 tees. So I had to get 1.5 by 1.25 tees. So the steps are 1.25 and the rails are 1.5. And it's plenty strong. And I have no problem going up and down it. It works out great. I put my chair into that corner right over there, sit down on it and relax. Now I just modified this. I cut the wood out of the corner there. So that's the corner that's going to go in here. So the wood will actually come in here and lock into place around that and protect the unit. But I have to take the ladder out. And the ladder comes out real easy. I can just reach in like this and lift it right out. No big deal. That's all there is to it. Put it back in over there and all set to go. Now that'll have a permanent anchor. And also I want to pick up a couple more of these tees, and I'm going to put a tee in here and put a cross brace this way on both sides. And I'll probably do it about halfway up. And that'll be nice. It'll be a good place to hang my shorts when I go into the water and don't have to worry about them blowing away or laying on the deck. All right. So that's about it, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget, thumbs up down there. Don't forget to subscribe. Very important. Subscriptions. If you subscribed already, welcome aboard. I got a bunch of people that have been chiming in the comments lately that have told me that they've been following my channel for quite a while, but they usually just watch and stay quiet. But I'm glad that they're starting to comment, because all those little things count for us. When we're monetized and trying to make money off of the YouTube channel, everything that is done on the channel is part of the algorithms that help get you money. So I appreciate all of that. Thank you, everybody. This is G Bear signing off.